What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? I hope y'all doing good. This week, child, that holiday Monday threw me so off so bad because this whole freaking weekend I got no sleep, and then it carried on until uh this whole week. All right, so basically my body is like it crashed. Okay, I literally had to switch my days off because I couldn't do it today. I could not get up and go to work today. Like it just was not happening. Um, and that's why this review is not up in the morning like it usually be, or early afternoon like it used to be, because I'm tired of shit. But I'll make it through. Um, anyway, so besides all that, I hope everybody has been going better than I have, and everything has been going great. But let's get right into this video because there's been a lot of stuff that's been going on. First of all, speaking of summer technically is not over yet, but the kids are back in school. My sister started school this week. Um, and I am out here in Chicago. And let's just get into some of the stuff that's very unfortunate, but at this moment in time, oh, excuse me, given the fact that I live in Chicago and I lived in Chicago my whole entire life, and especially on the south side, we've lived nowhere else. I am so not surprised and shocked like other people who don't live in Chicago or who are just hearing about this. And it's unfortunate that I'm not shocked about it. The fact that we have had the most shootings and killings this summer alone. And we have probably had the most killings already this year, record levels, okay? We've had the most shootings in August that it broke the 20-year record that we held 20 years ago. Like, it's so fucked up, okay? Over 90 people got shot, I think either last weekend or this weekend. It's just crazy. Over 400 some shootings and a whole bunch of killings and stuff for no reason. And it's very, very sad. Okay, it's sad, and it's more sad at the fact that I'm becoming very desensitized to it. When I hear a killing or I hear somebody getting shot, I'm just like, well, it is what it is, you know. And I found this T-shirt that says "It is what it is." I had to go get it. I had to buy it. But anyway, I'll show y'all later. Not on this video. I gotta go get it. It's literally just came today. But anyway, so it's just really sad. You got kids getting shot, especially over the holiday weekend. A couple of kids got shot. We have an elderly man. He was 71 years old, outside mowing his lawn. He gets robbed because he gets shot. I don't think he died. He got shot because two dudes come up on him trying to get his wallet. He said, hell no. Okay, and they shot his ass. And it's just, what's for what? For what? Kids getting shot in drive-bys. Family members getting shot in drive-bys and stuff like that. Oh my God. My mother, I'm so sorry, y'all. You know, people act so handicapped when they want to do something, and then, they want you to do it, and it's the simplest shit. It's the simplest shit. Hold on. Anyway, moving on from that, we just need to get that shit together. And you have people that be like, well, Black Lives Matter, but what happens? We talking about all this police brutality that goes on. That's true. That does matter. But that Black Lives Matter needs to play into our own neighborhoods, and we need to take care of our own selves and, hold our own selves accountable for our actions. I'm talking about us, black folks, us in every, community that's shooting our own. Okay. And that's killing our own for what? For what? Because we're out here killing each other. And for what reason? Nothing. For stupidest. So, Chicago, we need to get it together. We really need to get together. We got crooked politics out here. The mayor really ain't shit, and the governor, he sure ain't shit. But we just really need to get this shit together. Moving on from that, we got this stuff. Twitter went up in a frenzy, and a whole bunch of YouTubers went up in a frenzy and a tizzy last week or whatever about these YouTube rules that supposedly came out. Okay, and let me just put it out here like this. You want to know what made it a big issue and what blows my mind? It's the simple fact that people who don't even have YouTube channels, they're the ones who basically blowing this up and being over dramatic and over exaggerating stuff, and oh my god, YouTube is over, it's over, it's over. I hope this don't affect you. And why does it matter? You ain't got no channel. Why you? That's the one thing that I can't stand, when other people just like get. So by the time it get to the regular people, the actual people who are on YouTube doing this stuff, we get secondhand information um from them and listening, and it's just like, y'all just blew this shit up out of proportion. Y'all really did. Okay, so somebody, I guess, put it on the internet. Some people first start putting videos out basically saying that, oh, there's some new YouTube rules coming out saying that, you can't curse in a video, you can't put sexually suggestive stuff in the videos, and you can't do this and you can't do that, or your video gonna be rejected, or you're not gonna get paid for it, or this or that, or we gonna see who the real people are, who gonna stay on YouTube for this and who gonna stay on YouTube for that, if they can't get paid for this and can't get paid for this. Let me just tell you this. I seen the little post or whatever that was on Twitter. Yes, we discussed it amongst ourselves, a few of us YouTubers or whatever. And some of us YouTubers who are YouTube partners, you know, I personally have a consultant, a YouTube consultant. So before I got all up in my feelings and been like, oh my God, what the hell is this? Because it just didn't sound right what I was reading on Twitter and all that stuff. I contacted my YouTube consultant, okay? And basically what she said, I literally asked, so there's some rules or some things that's going around, and we got people panties all in a bunch. Is it true that we will not be getting paid, or videos won't be accepted, or whatever? If there's cursing, if there's this, if there's that, is there any new rules that's going on? And what I got from her message was, no, there are no new rules going on. The fact of the matter is, it's just that they're enforcing the same rules that always apply. Okay? There are no real new rules that's in there. The only thing that they're working on now is this demonetization stuff. And so, therefore, what that means, listen to me good. That means, to my fellow YouTubers, okay? It is an issue that's going on, but when I say exaggerate, I'm talking about this YouTube is over and all this stuff. Because you have to look at common sense things, okay? There are a lot of people who do make a living off of YouTube. And a lot of these people are held in high regards by YouTube, the company, okay? So therefore, they're going to protect their interests, because these big YouTubers, that's why people really tune in sometimes. And you have other companies and stuff who put their products on YouTube. You have people who do music videos, who do movies and stuff like that. And especially, I don't know if YouTube and YouTube Red, put them two together. You have them coming out with series on YouTube or whatever, and they have cursing, they have all this stuff in it. So come on now, they're getting paid for this stuff, and it just doesn't make sense to just say, oh, you can't put this up, you can't put that up. So basically, what's happening is the simple fact that these rules are the same rules that's been in effect long time ago, okay? We are just now seeing something happen if you disobey those rules now blatantly. And the way that they're punishing it is through demonetizing your videos, okay? So basically, and it's not even really about vulgarness or all that stuff. If you have something in there that you ain't supposed to have in there, they basically gonna clock it, okay, and demonetize the video. I ain't saying you can't put it up, you just not gonna get paid for it or whatever. You can't get no ads put on it. And I don't even think that the ads has anything to do with, the ads are Google, okay? I believe, how that shit work, whatever. But basically, you're not going to get paid for it unless you go in, and you can still get paid for it. And I'm going to tell you how. So, if you are a YouTuber, what I would suggest you do right now, because this is the main problem. It's not about rejecting the video and all this stuff. It's about the certain content. It is now. Okay, like I said, they just are reinforcing the rule, and they're doing it harder now. That's basically it. It's no new rules. They're just reinforcing stuff, and basically the punishment is demonetization. That's basically what it looked like. Okay, and it's certain type of topics that may or may not get your video monetized or not, and they have that options, and they always do that. They always have done that, because it's been done to me in the past. Okay, and I never understood it, but hey, because all I had to do is go back, look at my stuff, And I actually got sent emails. For some reason, what I feel about this whole thing that is not fair is the fact that some people, a lot of people were not being told or made aware of or notified that um their videos was demonetized or whatever, that they could not get money or pay, put no ads on their videos and stuff like that. And I knew about it months ago because I got a couple of my videos demonetized, and the videos that were demonetized were videos that I had did months prior to that. So it's been going on for a while, okay? It's been going on for a while. It's just that everybody's getting hip to it, because the money thing is coming into play and people seeing it. All you have to do, all you have to do is click that yellow dollar sign. That's when it's demonetized. And they will put it under review. And most likely give them a day or two. They're going to monetize the video because it happens to mine all the time. Okay, when all the ones that they demonetized, all I had to do was click on that, let them go ahead and check in and see what's going on or whatever. If you feel like, because it literally going to say, if you feel like, this is advertiser friendly, go ahead and monetize it. And it's going to say under review. Give it a day or two and it's going to be green again and you're going to get your money back. Okay, so like I said, it's over exaggeration. But I will say the one thing that I feel like is unfair is the fact that, I did have one video. One video got couldn't get monetized at all after it went through this process. And that was the video that I did about the Philando Castro case and Alton Sterling. If I did both of them together, it was in one video. And the same thing happened to Rocks, okay? They will not monetize that at all. So it's like controversial subjects like that that's not getting monetized. And that irked me. And I was confused about that because when all that shit happened with the Black Lives Matter really came back again with the Alton Sterling shooting and, Philando Castile, all that happened again. At one point in time when it like really in the first 2 days, if you logged onto YouTube and you see the homepage, you go scroll down, they have the videos that's, recommended, watch again. And then they had a little blurb, a whole little section from literally dedicated to what people have to say about the Black Lives Matter shooting, these shootings and stuff like that. And from big YouTubers, they were putting them on display. So I'm like, did you demonetize their shit and say that they couldn't get money for that? But you put them on display. See, I don't understand how did that work. So, because they're big YouTubers, they're bigger YouTubers, they can get money for it or not. But, I don't know. That was kind of fucked up. But hey, I ain't tripping over it because I'm still here. But it is what it is. Okay, so cool your motherfucking jets. YouTube ain't over, okay? Just, if you're going to put something up in there, I suggest if it's going to be something controversial or whatever, camouflage your title. Because I don't see them really sitting here looking at all the videos and trying to see, girl, no. But, and camouflage the title, okay? That's probably what it is. If you want to talk about something political, and all this stuff, and if you go back and you look at the old rules, it's the same thing, okay? It's nothing new. It's just that they're reinforcing stuff finally, and we finally seeing it, okay? And like I said, I suggest to you YouTubers who, don't know, just go into your video manager and go look down all your YouTube videos and see if any of if you are a partner and you do get paid, they put ads on your video, and if it's a yellow money sign where the monetization thing is supposed to be at, just click on it and they will review it, and most likely you're going to get the money back. There you go. It's nothing to be so up in arms about. I'm not tripping over it. But anyway, moving on from that shit. Because as you can see, I'm still cursing, I'm still doing what I gotta do, and I'm still getting paid for my shit. It really don't fucking matter to me. But moving on from that, there was let me stop. Okay, let me get this out the way. Rest in peace to Jerry Heller. Okay, he was like one of the famed managers for NWA, and favorite. If y'all seen Straight Outta Compton, and if y'all knew the issues that was going on before the movie came out, and how the group kind of broke up or whatever because Ice Cube just really wasn't here for Jerry Heller. He thought him and Eazy-E was doing some slick shady shit behind the scenes. He wasn't getting the money that he was supposed to be getting and all that stuff. And so I don't know how true this is, but I've seen it somewhere where Ice Cube basically said, "Oh well." When he found out he died. That is wrong. But I mean, you got to get their history, so I guess it's understandable. But here's my thing. He died at 75 years old. I could have sworn Jerry Heller was at least damn near 90. I'm not lying. Or in his 80s something. Like late 80s or mid 80s. I didn't know he was 75. Like, he just always, he's another one of those people that always seem old to me. Like, always. But, may he rest in peace. Condolences to the family. Moving on from that. So the other day, is it New York Fashion Week now? Or is it, started already? I think it started, but Yeezy. Yeezy, is it Yeezy season 4? Whatever the fuck. I don't keep up with him like that on fashion chips, and I'm not finna get all bent out of shape and be trying to follow something that I know damn well I ain't finna. I'm not about to buy because I can't afford that. Girl, how much them shoes cost? Somebody buy me a pair of Yeezys and I'll be fine with it. But you ain't finna see me go, oh shit, I need that. No, because I can't afford that. I ain't gonna sit on here and act like I got it like that with y'all. Girl, please. Okay? I can do some things, but shit, priority, my nigga. Okay, priority. Them a couple of bills right there, okay? Moving on from there, but what I was just to say, he had his little fashion show for the new season of his stuff, and it was a disaster for the most part. For the most part, I guess it was okay. It was very much a Kanye show. He had his models. The shit all looked the fucking same. I'm sitting here like, so what am I looking at? Are you putting out shoes? Are you putting out clothes and all this stuff? Like every fucking fashion show from him, it just looks the same. It literally looks the same. The models just standing there. You had some walking on the catwalk. But bitch, y'all know I wouldn't be talking about this if some shit happened. Okay? So I'm strolling on the universe of Twitter, okay? And then all of a sudden this video pop up. That was like, bitch, look at this shit. A model had to be escorted out down the runway, walkway, because she couldn't walk by herself because of the shoes and stuff. I'm sitting here like, my thing is, I know good goddamn well Kanye just did not pick some random ass bitches to get up here and to walk and to fuck up and can't walk in shoes, can't walk in heels, can't walk in this. You are a model, okay? You supposed to practice, and I know shit happens. And then, I mean, she was literally, it was 3 videos that I seen. The first one, she was trying to walk by herself, and she was tiptoeing, bitch. And them ankles, she was trying to straighten up them ankles so them ankles wouldn't go like this, okay? And I was like, OMG, if she falls. And then she slowed it up, and it was another video, and I was like, this is wrong. This is fucking wrong. Then the third video was her, literally, some guy had to come up there and help her down the runway because she would have failed. Then I seen another video of another model, she was doing the same thing, but then she said, fuck this shit, and took the shoes off, okay? And I was like, oops. And so what I'm looking at, and I'm like, so what the hell is going on? I'm thinking it's the model shit, but then I'm just looking at it closely because I had to go back to the other one. And basically, the reason why old girl was tittering and needed help down that runway is because one of the shoes itself, the heel on one of the shoe was caving inward towards the sole. So she could have fucked her ankles up, and it wouldn't even been her fault whether she knew how to walk or not. It was the shoes. I don't know if them shoes was too small for her. I don't know what was going on with the other model, because basically what it seemed like everybody was, that was having issues, were having issues with the shoes, okay? And I'm just sitting here like, so how you gonna give them some defective ass shoes to walk in the show with? You gonna fuck up your own shit. Then somebody who was there, she tweeted out how a few models, a model passed out because it was too hot, and no one on his staff brought her any water and anything. It was somebody basically in the audience. A man just came up in there and brought her some water, and she was like disgusted by the whole thing. I'm sitting here like, oh no, Kanye, get your shit together. I mean, we see him walking down the thing and all happy and shit. It's not, very Kanye-ish, but I know shit happens, but that was, ooh. Okay, if I would have broke, like that model was really trying not to break her ankles. Okay, and I had never seen a fashion show like that where the heel literally just started going forward. Like she could have literally fell back. She could have broke her ankle. She could have broke a leg. And y'all know how I feel about people in legs and knees and shit, because ever since you break your own stuff, you just be looking like get that together. You don't want to pop that. I already know how that goes. It's not gonna be fun. Put that together, okay? But if you saw the fashion show, what you thought about it, okay, and is you here for it? Let me know. Moving on from that, 50 Cent 50 Cent has got to be the most child. This is why, listen, they should have killed his ass on Power. Power, see, I did my review for Power, and on one of the reviews, I was like, I don't understand how come, Power cannot get nominated for any like Emmy awards and stuff like that for TV and shit, because it's a good show. It is a good show. Nice writing, production value, all that stuff, cinematography. They can't get nominated for anything, okay? And then somebody literally put down, oh, it's because not everybody has stars, and and they don't get the ratings like Empire. Girl, listen. I'm so tired of people trying to compare Empire to Power and Power to Empire. Y'all must be dumb as shit. I'm just saying, I have to be blunt because my eyes see that it's totally different shows. Two different shows. One is about the drug game for real, for real, for real. And the other one is about fucking music with a slight drug game twist into it just a little bit and some jail time. That's fucking it. One is a little cheesy and the other one is gritty as fuck. Okay, one really cursing, the other one is just a little, PG-13-ish, okay? So where is the fucking comparison? Like, stop that bullshit. I mean, support whichever shows that you're going to support, but quit comparing the two because there's nothing to compare. You're comparing apples to fucking oranges. Just give everybody their props, or, can we just have... This is what... It's like crabs in a fucking barrel, and this is what 50 Cent is doing, okay? And he's playing into this shit. I don't give a shit when nobody say 50 Cent is petty as hell, okay? And he's childish and very immature, all right? You are part of the reason why there's such this division going on between these two shows, because you want to make this a fucking division. You want to make this a competition. Yeah, make it a competition, a friendly competition, but he takes it above and beyond, okay? I can see if they was on the same level. They're not. They're fucking not. They're both about to be, Power's about to end their third season, okay? And mind you, Power does not come on this Sunday. I'm so pissed about that. Nor does Survivor Remorse. So when am I gonna watch? Okay, I guess I'll go to sleep early. But anyway, well, China and Rob comes on. Somebody is at the door. I ain't finna get it. Fuck it. But anyway, so you doing all this stuff, and I just hate that we get these we finally getting black shows. We finally getting shows that has us in them, okay, and predominantly us in them, black, minorities, Asians, Hispanics, or whatever, and then you get people that's trying to pit them together against each other, just crabs in the barrel type of bullshit that's going on. No, can we just support them a little bit? I don't care if you don't like this one or you prefer this one over this one. Just be happy that we got a little bit of representation, meaning our skin color, on TV, okay? And quit that bullshit. 50 Cent, you putting, because the show Empire is about to come back for the third season. I believe it's the third season. And on the 21st of September, okay? And you have 50 Cent posting a picture of Vivica Fox and then this fucked up face bitch or whatever with some messed up plastic surgery. And I don't know what he was trying to do. It was real petty. It was real disgusting. And it was real childish. It was so fucking petty for the simple fact that Taraji P. Henson had to step up and say something like, why do you have to go this far? It's not all that serious. Like, what's the problem? Okay? And then to attack Vivica, what? Did I miss something? Did Vivica say something? Like, what was going on? It just seems like if Vivica didn't say nothing or anybody else said anything, it just seemed totally unprovoked, okay? And it just made him look the clown even more, okay? So it was just stupid. I'm so tired of it. I'm so tired of it. 50, you need to die. Kanan should have got... Next time, let me tell you something, Ghost. Next time you try to kill Kanan, you better make sure you stand there until... Put a bullet in his head, okay? Put a fucking bullet in his head so, we won't have none of this shit again pop up. Because he's doing the fucking most. And, back to talking about some of them not getting nominated stuff. No, it has nothing to do with the fact that, the show is on Stars and, oh, they're not getting Empire ratings. Because it's a lot of shows. It's the same thing like when movies get nominated that we ain't never heard of. And they be winning. And we like, it didn't even come out in a whole bunch of theaters. That's The same thing. It don't matter what channel it's on. It don't matter because these Netflix originals and Hulu's originals get nominated for awards and stuff. And everybody don't have Netflix and everybody don't have Hulu. Okay. And they don't have the same type of ratings as TV ratings. Okay. So that has absolutely nothing to do with it. And all that bullshit. From what people keep saying, it's 50 Cent himself, okay? Because he's associated with the show and people don't fuck with him like that. And I don't know. That could be a reason. But other than that, I just feel like 50 just needs to get his shit together. Like, he is becoming a troll for no reason. For no reason. He's still trolling Diddy, okay? Y'all gonna leave Diddy alone. Y'all gonna leave Diddy alone, okay? Because y'all went in with Diddy and that wig that he had on. Now y'all know it was Beyonce's birthday this weekend, okay? Beyonce took like 4 or 5 days to celebrate her goddamn birthday. I guess when you rich, you can do all this type of shit, bitch, okay? And so she had a little costume party, 70s wear and all that shit. And Diddy was dressed up just like they did back in the 70s. Back in the 70s, you had some pimps and you had some regular folks that had perms and flips in their head. And I'm talking about the niggas, okay? And that was totally fine. They had hella bitches. I seen some people trying to say, oh, that's gay. No, bitch, go look at your daddy, okay? Go look at your daddy, all right? Some of you people in your family had some flipped out hair and had some perm, had that conk up in that bitch too, okay? Go look at history. Wasn't nothing gay about it, all right? Come on, if that's the case, is you calling Snoop Dogg gay? Because Snoop Dogg forever had a perm and a flip up in his hands and some Shirley Temple curls. And we know he gangster. Okay? Well, that don't mean a damn thing. But we know what it is. All right? So quit playing. It was cute, though, because he was drunk as shit up in that video. And I said, bitch, fix your wig. And as soon as I said, fix your wig, that motherfucker said, hold on, let me get this shit straight. And he just kept, I said, look at this. You got to look at the other videos because he was drunk as shit at that party. And, I'm not going to discuss the party too much because I'm still, like, kind of in my feelings because I had to watch all this shit online and I wasn't there. So, I feel like that was a little hating on somebody's part over there at Parkwood and at Beyonce camp. But, it is what it is. You do you and I'm going to do me, F you too. So, moving on from that. And speaking of Beyonce is on vocal rest, okay? Let's stop. Because she had to, postpone the New Jersey show that was supposed to be for the Formation because it started up on Wednesday. But, she postponed it because of, her vocal cords was just doing some shit. And if you looked at the MTV Music Awards, especially when it first ran, right after she performed and she got up there and she accepted that award, her voice was raspy and hoarse, okay? And so I understand them saying, you got to get on vocal rest and, doctor's orders. It's just that one day she postponed the show to October 7th. Fine. People get up in their feelings because, oh, she went to the Kanye West concert Wednesday night. Okay, and vocal rest does not mean bed rest. Okay? You ain't talking about something, I be seeing, you be cheering at the, that's fucking Kanye West, that's a friend or whatever. But since when do we really see Beyonce, like, going the fuck off at a concert? Most times she be, vibing to it. The bitch probably be too drunk or too high. Like, who said you couldn't go somewhere and go out the house and go have a good time just because you're on vocal rest? Vocal rest has nothing to do with not talking completely. It means, especially if you're a singer, sometimes you probably can talk a minimum or you're not supposed to be, overexerting your vocal cords. You're not supposed to be trying to practice singing and all that stuff. That's what the fuck that means. So if she wanted to go out and support a friend, let her go out and support a friend. She's not bedridden, okay? That's not what the doctor said. Like, come on, y'all be so stupid. Y'all be wanting to find some type of petty shit in the midst of stuff all the time, or some shady shit. Everything ain't shade, okay? Come on now. Moving on. I am surprised that they went to Kanye shit, but then again, I'm not, but then again, I am. We're gonna move on from that. Update on the Chris Brown situation. The bitch lied, okay? It's a lot of stuff coming out. Bitch, when Rocks, girl, y'all follow Forrest Rocks on her Instagram, and when she reposted that shit from her nephew who's a photographer, where old girl tried to contact him and do some headshots, pro bono. He said, "Boo, no, we don't do this." And she always want to put out there, she's this international. She's gonna be in this international commercial. She's this renowned actress and pageant winner and all this stuff. I'm like, girl, we ain't never seen shit you did. This the first time all of us heard of you. Okay, so stop playing. Caught your ass up. Now that text message, I don't know if it's true about her saying that she was gonna set him up, and because the person that they said that she sent it to and was trying to ask to come get her, the person basically, this is a person that she hasn't spoken to in a year because she stole his Rolex, okay? And so that part didn't make sense. I don't know if the text message is true, but we already know that she lied, and we know that she has a history with stealing stuff. We have roommates come out basically saying that she stole their shit too, okay? And that's why they don't fuck with her either, you know? So the girl, I do feel like she set him up, and Chris Brown, he talking about it and all that shit. And I feel like they owe Chris Brown an apology for real, because regardless of his character and what he's done in the past and whatever, you need to get more. Why do you need all these people around you? For one, you need to get better people around you if that's the case. And second of all, oh well, that's third of all, you don't need. What was I saying? Somebody just came up here and just distracted me. Anyway, they need to give him an apology, because you don't need all that. That's what I was going to say. SWAT teams and all this shit, helicopters just to do that. Okay, he was exercising his fucking rights. His rights were, you don't have to come up into my house. I don't have to let you into my house until you get a search warrant. Okay, that does not mean that you need to camp out. I'm not going no fucking where. Okay, damn, that shit was fucked up. And give him his motherfucking money back, bitch. Okay, moving on from that. The iPhone 7, they did the little reveal and all this stuff. I don't even, get into. I'm an Apple user, of course, but I'm not the type of person. I love gadgets, okay? I love electronics and stuff like that, but I just can't sit through and, look at the Apple event. I have to get the Cliff Notes once it's done, because, Twitter put it all out there. So the one thing that caught my eye, okay, it's dust free, waterproof and dust proof. Okay, well, bitch, if I drop that bitch, will my screen be breakproof? Shatterproof? Okay, that's what I want to know. Did they say that? Okay, the earbuds, wireless earbuds. Okay, now these things. Okay, and I don't understand how they're gonna be $159, $160, whatever the fuck. They're wireless. They're sold separately. Okay, you have to go through getting an extender, or aux cord, or adapter. I said, just to plug up your regular ones with the iPhone 7, and these are going to be wireless. So therefore, there means no cords, and you have to buy them shit separately. And you put these bitches in your ear, and it's one thing. Most of us can keep up with our fucking cord as it is sometimes. And so therefore the cord is basically helping balance to keep the shit up in your ear. So what if you're doing a whole bunch of stuff and there's no cord there? And so even when you have a cord, and let's say all of a sudden, oh shit, I'm doing this, I'm working out, I'm running, I'm busy at work doing this, I'm doing that, and then somebody bump me, and oh shit, one of the things comes out. I don't have to look for it because the cord is still here, and I can just go like this. Oop, it fell. Let me go ahead and put that back in my ear like that. Now, if it's wireless, bitch, one fall out, you gotta search the floor. Like, goddamn, where the fuck did it go? That's 100. Where did it go? I'm not here for that shit. I'm not, girl, ain't nobody trying to do all that, because the shit probably won't stay up in your ear right. And, girl, better luck next time, okay? I'm content with my iPhone 6 Plus right about now. Alright. And I ain't even due for an upgrade yet, and I'm not even fiending for one yet either. So, I'm fucking good. It is what it is. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about the iPhone 7 and the wireless ass headphones. Moving on from that, there's this thing coming out saying that Bishop Eddie Long, he's in the hospital, and I did speak about his weight loss, and he tried to attribute it to being on this raw vegan vegetable diet and everything, and we was like, no, that's not what veganism look like. Okay. And Basically, what it came out, they're saying that he might have, what is it, intestinal cancer. I don't think anybody really truly confirmed it, but if that's what's going on, that's more understandable and more believable than talking about some you're on a diet or some shit. But his health is in jeopardy. So y'all, regardless of what he's done, y'all pray for him or whatever. That's no fun for anybody. Moving on from that, congratulations to Usher. He got his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Um, it's much deserved. Usher done been in this business for a minute. Y'all know they can put in an application and you pay for it, and anybody can get a star if you want to pay for it. If you don't want to wait to get nominated for it. But that's congratulations to him. I feel like it's very much deserved, and he had a lot of support. Um, Nene, she's going around doing interviews, basically saying that Real Housewives of Atlanta season 9, they are currently filming, but she was not invited back, and I don't even know if she's going to be back as a recurring character, not even a full cast member. So y'all tell me how y'all feel about that. I honestly feel like I don't care. I don't care who comes back, and if the show was to get canceled, I wouldn't care either, because I honestly feel like it's run its course. But y'all tell me how y'all feel about that. Um, Damon Dash, he did this interview with some European magazine recently, and basically said that Jay-Z and Beyonce are cowards because they did not defend his ex-wife, Rachel Roy. Mind you, this is the woman that's taking him through court and taking him through a lot of shit just to see his kids and stuff like that. And getting upset because they didn't defend her during that time months ago when Lemonade came out, and she stuck her own foot in her own mouth and caused this whole ruckus. Okay? And I'm sitting here like, because they came at her with that Becky with the good hair shit, and the Beehive came at her. Now, since the fuck when do you ever seen Beyonce inserting something and being like, getting online and say, y'all need to stop, y'all need to chill out? No, she's not gonna do that. Okay? And even if the Beehive's so damn crazy, let's be fucking honest. Even if Beyonce was to get online and say, y'all need to chill out, girl, they gonna still keep going. Okay, that's gonna be ammunition. That chill out means go harder. That's what it means to them. Okay, so like, get over it. I mean, it is what it is. You getting upset because talking about something old, and then when Rachel, closed her, made her IG's private, they went on to your 15-year-old daughter or whatever and started attacking. That was wrong. But the fact of the matter is, you blasted your own daughter publicly too. Okay, you did that. All right, so come on now. Come on now. Let's stop, Dane. Let's stop. All right, it's okay. We understand you don't like Jay. You think he fucked you over with the Rockefeller thing and all that shit. So therefore, anything associated with Jay, you don't fuck with like that. It's understandable. It's cool. But let that hurt go and move the fuck on, okay? Okay, because I have no sympathy. Moving on from that, last thing I want to talk about, well, not really the last thing. Kanye West signed a few new acts to Good Music. If you didn't know, Tiana Taylor was on Good Music too, and I'm so mad that Good Music did not promote her album the way that it needed to be promoted, because Seven, that was the name of the album, that is my shit, okay? Um, and that showed that the bitch can sing and all that stuff. If people didn't know, she can dance her ass off. People just not getting on the Tiana Taylor bandwagon after the MTV Awards, which is unfortunate but good at the same time. But he wants to say that he just signed Tyga, Migos, and Designer to Good Music. Mind you, Good Music already has, I think, Pusha T, Mos Def, and some other actual good rappers, and Tiana Taylor, like I said, and of course Big Sean. And I'm just sitting here like, the Migos, Designer, and fucking Tyga. The Tiger got a hit out. Like, Tiger, I honestly feel like the only reason why Tiger got that is because Tiger, he is doing a favor for Kim for her little sister. That's it. That's the only reason why. Because I just don't see it. I really don't see it. And I don't get it. But hey, congratulations to everyone, because I ain't signed to shit, okay? But moving on from that, the last thing I want to talk about, let you y'all know, is fall season coming up. Okay, so that means the new TV series is coming back. You know, the good season is coming back. Okay, how to get away with murder on the 22nd. I think is that Thursday. Yeah, it comes on right after the day after Empire. Empire on the 21st. Grey's Anatomy also on the 22nd, I believe. Um, you know, all the good shows are coming back. I'm looking forward to most of the new shows that are going to be coming. Try to catch them up. You know, I be at work and I don't be doing shit, so I can look at stuff on Hulu or Netflix and shit like that. Catch up just to see what's gonna stay, what's gonna go. What y'all looking forward to? American Horror Story is coming back next week on the 14th. Okay, season 6. And I think they're trying to tie everything together, show how everything is tied together from season 1 all the way to the current season. So, I'm looking forward to that. But y'all tell me what shows y'all looking forward to. I'm looking forward to Fresh Out the Bloat, Blackish, The Blind Spot. I love that, and The Blacklist. I want to see how they even do this shit, bitch. Um, what else did I say? All the good shit. Empire. You know, I think I'm just looking at Empire just to see how that shit gonna end, you know, and what's gonna happen. But yeah, how to get away with murder. And Scandal don't come back till January, girl. Anyway, moving on. I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. Have a good time. Be safe. Get the shit together. Chicago, we need to get that shit together. Um, Happy birthday to one of my subscribers. You said it in a couple of videos ago. You just turned 30 years old. And I did tell you happy birthday in the comments because I knew I was going to forget. But I remember this still the same week. You know, happy birthday to you. I can't remember. If you know, I'm pretty sure you know who you're talking to. Put it down in the comments just to let me know that you heard this, okay? So I apologize for being late. And once again, happy birthday, okay? Enjoy your goddamn self. Dirty 30, okay, bitch? All right. I'll see y'all later. Peace.